Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dave Underhill, and I'm the Vice Chairman of the Fall River Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. It is now 4:35 or so on February 12th, and I'm calling this meeting to order. Attorney Souza, could you read the open meeting rule, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The language for the open meeting law is as follows. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived by those present, and are deemed acknowledged and permissible.
Thank you. Martha, could you call the roll, please?
Vice Chairman Underhill.
Here.
Commissioner Burns.
Here.
Commissioner Bentley.
Present.
Commissioner Maderas.
Here.
Commissioner Long.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get officially started, I would like to recognize that we are welcoming a new member to the Board of Commissioners, Mr. Stephen Long. On behalf of my fellow Board of Commissioners, I would like to welcome you aboard. We look forward to your future input, not only as the former Fall River City Councilor, but also as the former Director of the Fall River Community Development Agency, particularly with your experience with HUD-related and low-income housing matters. We all look forward to collectively working together with you to further the cause of the Fall River Housing Authority, especially its tenants, employees, and the community at large. So welcome.
Thank you.
The first item on the agenda is the election of a chairperson for 2024. Do I have a motion to move this item to the end of the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to move this item to the end of our agenda.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll move on to the first item is citizen input. Mr. Gagnon?
I usually the second one, you woke me up.
I woke you up.
Just for the record, Mr. Gagnon, could you state your address?
My address is 1280,
I'm sorry.
1284 GAR Highway, Swansea, Massachusetts. I'm the Executive Director of the Fall River Housing Joint Tenants Council. Thank you. Okay. It's really quick and easy tonight. We've been running elections in all of our developments. We picked up the paperwork for our last development, Cattell Apartments, today. We had 4 nominations, 1 for each position. We held an election last week at Carter Maderas Towers. We elected 4 officers. At O'Brien, 2 weeks before that, we had the same 4 officers here as we've had, and we have 4 brand new officers at Doolin Apartments. We're continuing to distribute soup, and we got mac and cheese if anybody wants some, in large bags. Anybody want to run a party? Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Gagnon.
Thanks.
Anyone else for citizens input? Could you state your name and address, please?
Absolutely. Patrick Higgins, 1197 Robertson Street, apartment 1403. I just came to welcome Mr. Stephen Long to the Board of Commissioners.
Thank you.
Steve did an excellent job on the City Council. Steve never violated the open meeting law, and I'm sure he'll keep you guys in line. I do have a couple of concerns about Cardinal. It's really disturbing when you walk out the door and you smell marijuana and people smoking right outside the main entrance door. I thought this was a HUD location. I thought this was a federal location. I thought it was a violation of lease to have marijuana in the building, and I thought it was against HUD regulations to have smoking that close to the entranceway. So I'm sure that you'll take care of that situation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, no other, anybody for citizens input? Okay, we'll move on to item number 2, which is the minutes of the annual meeting held on January 8th, 2024. Amended minutes of the regular meeting held on February 13th, 2023. The recommended action is to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the annual meeting and the amended minutes of the regular meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 3, the vouchers. You all have your vouchers. The recommended action is to accept.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Aye. Item number 3, the management reports. What's in your packet, they include the applications, the occupancy reports, tenants' accounts receivable, work order report, monthly Section 8 voucher activity report, monthly personnel count report, Director of Modernization monthly report, and the bank investment and bond debt balance reports. The recommended action is to accept. Any questions? Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept all 8 management reports.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next is the financial, item number 3, financial reports. Item A is the financial reports for the period ending 12/31/2023. And also included is a state quarterly modernization report for the period ending 12/31/2023. Recommended action is for approval.
Motion to approve the financial reports.
Motion made,
I'll second.
seconded. Any questions, comments? Seeing none. All in favor? Aye. Next is item number 6. What kind of- Okay,
Just
I
to state-
thought I missed something. And-
Just to state for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Management reports would be item number 4, and financial reports would be item number 5.
Gotcha. Okay, it is the update from our executive director.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Underhill. Good evening, everyone. Just a few things. First, I want to echo what you stated earlier and welcome newest Commissioner Stephen Long. Welcome aboard. We look forward to working with you with all your experience in HUD and public housing. I would also like to acknowledge former Commissioner Mary Sahadi for her 25 years of dedicated service to this Housing Authority Board. So thank you, Mary Sahadi, for your time here. The last thing I have, I wanted to give a big thank you to our State Rep Carol Viola. She was successful in securing a $40,000 recreational grant through the state to be used to purchase lawn equipment, lawn games, lawn furniture, some TVs for the community halls at the 4 sites in her district, Bishop Eade, Cardinal Madeira's Towers, Oak Village, and Holmes Apartments. So we do have Joey De Silva, one of our resident service coordinators. He's now procuring and purchasing these items so that our elderly residents will get the full use of the community areas and the gardening areas. So thank you to State Rep Carol Viola. And that's all I have for this month's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay, moving on is new business. Item number 1 is modernization.
Mr.
Excuse
Chairman,
me.
Yes.
Old business.
I'll do this
Oh,
first.
sorry. Old business. Item A, Constable Services Contract from 2/1/24 to 1/31/26. The recommended action is to rebid or award a 2-year contract to Patrick Duddy, Bristol County Civil Process, in the amount of $65,000. Comments?
I have a question. Do you want a motion first, or do you want a question?
take your question.
Question first?
Sure.
Okay. So we would, the question here says rebid or award. So how many bids were received? There were only 2, if I recall?
2.
There were 2. And the other bid
It has been withdrawn.
has been withdrawn. Okay.
Yes.
So we have 1 bid.
Pending, yeah.
So now it's our option either to rebid or accept this 1 contract.
Yeah, I think in reviewing, and I've sent emails to the executive director and I sent emails to Michael. I mean, I think it's, in my opinion, it's within your peer review, if that's the proper term to do.
It is.
either
And this
or.
had, when this had gone out for bid prior, only 2 bids were received.
Correct, correct. So, so I think it's within, again, within your purview, I'll use the same name to either, the process was statutorily compliant and whatnot, so I think you're well within your rights to award to the second bidder, or if you choose to rebid the process, again, I think you're well within your rights to do either decision.
Okay. If no one has any, I'll make a motion to award the to Patrick Duddy Bristol County Civil Process.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments?
Just wanna make sure, Tinnitus, you're okay with the purview and how he
I am,
interprets?
and I'll briefly, so just to let you know, a lot of the fees that we impose or, that go to the constable are generated by the residents have to pay those service fees. So any service and process fees that go to court, summary process evictions or any 14-day notices, 30-day notices to quit, they're imposed on the actual tenant when we go to court. Some of them do slip through the cracks, but the majority of those fees are paid to the tenant, so.
And the other thing, Commissioner, is that, so typically you would love to get 3 bids.
Of course.
These days, it's hard getting multiple bids. If you have less than 3, you always,
run across
you have
that.
the option of going back out for rebid. And if you have 1, which in this case we do, we would have the option of either going forward or going for rebid. So I know
Stuff.
the bidding that's out there right now is just tough getting people to bid on stuff generally. So I don't think it would be,
I agree.
I don't see a plethora of bids coming in if we went back out for bid again.
And in addition to that, some of the members have not been here for that long, but Mr. Duddy has been a successful bidder in the past, and he's done a really good job for us.
Anything else? We had a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Now we go to new business. Item number 1, modernization. A, we have a change order number 1 for the interior flooring, trim, and ADA improvements at Elma and Corbett Street, Chapter 689-1, EOHLC number 905179. And the change is an increase in the amount of $14,795.12 and an increase of 90 days to the contract time. The recommended action is approval contingent upon final approval from EOHLC.
Motion to approve contingent upon final approval from EOHLC.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Item B, permission to advertise for the emergency generator modernization project at Cartel Heights. The recommended action is to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion, questions? All in favor? Aye. Item number C, permission to advertise for site improvements and new emergency generator project at Bates and Tower Apartments. The recommended action is approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item D, permission to advertise for boiler and domestic hot water replacement project at Riley Plaza.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Item E, permission to advertise for roof replacement project Phase 6 at Sunset Hill. Recommended action is to approve.
Motion approved. Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion or questions? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Item F, permission to advertise for roof replacement project at Riley Plaza. Recommended action is to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Anybody with any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item G, request for Hanwha Wave Video Management Software, VMS platform, to be a proprietary item for the video security system project at Diafario Village. It is currently being utilized at a minimum of 4 separate developments. The recommended action is to approve.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. This system is installed currently at 4 separate developments,
Correct.
and you really like it.
We're very comfortable with it.
You're very comfortable with it, you like the platform.
We do. So what we're looking to do going forward as we take on new projects, and the newest one will be Father DeFerrio Village, is continue on with this product.
You want to make sure it's the same, and then future developments, you would do the same thing as.
That's correct, yes.
It's always very difficult when you have multiple systems.
We've had it on other mechanical systems, boilers, hot water heaters, even window systems, and sometimes it can be a nightmare. So when we have something good, we want to stay with it.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I have a question in regards to this. So in the letter we received from the vendor to Stark Architects, it points out some of the benefits of this system in saying that it is an open protocol, which means I guess it can work with other pieces. Do we know for sure like that what we've spent money on can integrate with it?
Well, we've used it at the 4 previous sites on the one project, and we're gonna use it again on this new project. As far as our older existing system, I can't answer that accurately. I don't know that we replaced anything of the old system with these new pots. I think Ed Majewski, our Director of Facilities Management, is here. Have we replaced anything, Ed?
Yes, on the agenda, it says a minimum of 4. We've actually upgraded a lot of the systems for the entire city to existing camera systems, and this Hanwha system works perfectly for us. That's why we want to use it. And our guy that does camera work for us is very comfortable. The police are used to using it, which is for a safety factor. If they come in, they have their own way of getting into their passwords and usernames, and everything works perfect compared to 2 existing systems which we've had here, which have been nothing but repairs.
So thank you. Oh, sorry.
The open protocol is a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Because you can have different technicians. It doesn't always have to be like a Acme company or Ajax company. It can be any one of those companies can work on it. Where if it's not open protocol, it always has to be one particular vendor that works on it, so.
Thank you. On another level though, you did say that the police department station can access that video.
They have access at almost every one of our sites, including Father DeFario right now that's getting upgraded. It doesn't record too well, but that's the reason why we're upgrading. But they do, we have access for them at every site we possibly have.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
I would make a motion to have the Hanwha Wave Video Management Software platform be a proprietary item moving forward for the different locations.
Motion made, is there a second? Second. Motion made and seconded. Any other questions? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Item H, change order number 1 for the crawl space ventilation project at Sunset Hill. The change order number 1 is a credit in the amount of $2,217.62 and an increase of 116 days to the contract time due to an extensively long lead time for the delivery of the louvers and unforeseen conditions. The recommended action is to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the credit and the time extension.
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number I, certificate of completion consolidated for the crawl space ventilation project at Sunset Hill. Recommended action to approve.
Motion approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Item J, change order number 1 for the facade repairs at Olivera Apartments. The change order number 1 is an increase in the amount of $33,797.85 to the contract and an increase of 144 days to the contract time in order for construction to resume when the outdoor temperatures are consistently above 40 degrees in the spring, so as not to require temporary heat. The recommended action is to approve.
Motion to approve change order number 1 for the facade repairs at Olivera.
Is there a second?
I'll make a second.
Seconded. Any questions, comments?
What is the change order of 33,000? What does it consist of?
So, Commissioner, that is for temporary heat, so you have the staging, and then the staging is enclosed. When they were doing the first phase of this work, it started in December and through January, depending on the temperature of the days, and we had some cold spells. The sealants, you have to maintain at least 40 degrees. So certain days, they would run those propane heaters to keep the temperature up to that when it was cold, and sometimes 24 hours for it
So that
to cure.
33,000 is what has already been expended.
Isn't there also an additional panel once the facade work began?
Yes, there was an emergency repair, but a majority of it is for the heating, and then I think there's $2,000 or $3,000 for additional panel.
I'm just saying that 33,000 has already basically been expended, it's been approved, and you need to issue the Fed. Because you're saying
Yes.
that's the heat, that's the problem, is saying we're not doing.
No, that's
Not
a
required.
second phase, that spring is the second phase of
So what
the
I'm saying,
project.
so this heat, this $33,000 increase is already gotten, we've already done it.
They've done the work.
Yeah.
Okay, right. All set. I yield.
Motion was made and seconded. Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and we move on to item number 2, which is miscellaneous. And item A, on-call trade services contract. Painting, carpentry, plumbing, electrical, door and glass, fabrication, HVAC, asphalt, concrete repairs, and flooring installation and repairs. The recommended action is to award 22 one-year contracts to each of the various contractors listed on the attached award memo in the amount not to exceed $60,000 or $100,000 as noted.
So question for the executive director, Kevin, this is what we've done in the past, right?
We have.
Yeah.
However, we're hoping to utilize a lot less because we've since hired more internal trades. You'll see on the agenda down plumbers, we hired a painter, we hired another carpenter, so this is our emergency blanket, so to speak.
Yep.
But yes, we have done this consistently over the years.
Thank you. I yield. Any other question, comment? Let's take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Item B, the open meeting law response filed by general counsel regarding complaint filed by Patrick Higgins on 12/12/23. The recommended action is for information, response by general counsel to Attorney General's office and Mr. Higgins. Mike, anything? No?
It's the response is in the back.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Okay, I don't think I need a motion on that, right?
Just for information purposes.
All right, item C, EOHLC, formerly DHCD, wage match certificate for year 2023. Recommended action is approval.
Motion to approve.
Motion made,
Second.
second. Okay, what exactly is this, Kevin?
So for our state sites, our clerical staff need to verify wage information on our residents, and the state requires annually that we approve those staff members to be able to access this information.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? There's a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, permission to advertise for a 5-year lease for cell tower rooftop space at James A. O'Brien Senior Apartments, 34 Whipple Street. The recommended action is to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion made.
Second.
Second. Anybody with any questions or concerns? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Item E, permission to solicit bids for a 5-year contract for moving and storage services. The recommended action is to approve. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel, item A, procurement specialist position. The recommended action is to ratify the appointment of Justice Crevier.
Motion to ratify the appointment.
Motion made.
Second.
Second. Any questions?
Who was the
We'll
second?
take a-
Who was the second?
Yes. Martha, can we take a roll call on this, please?
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Commissioner Maderas?
Yes.
Commissioner Bentley?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Underhill?
Yes. Item B, plumber positions, there are 3 of them. Recommended action is to approve the appointments of the 3 following: Mark Furtado, Kevin Kirby, and Stephen Furtado, and we're gonna take a separate vote for each one.
Motion to approve the appointment of Mark Furtado.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Martha?
Commissioner Maderas?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Commissioner Bentley?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Underhill?
Yes. Second one is Kevin Kirby.
I'll make a motion to ratify the appointment
Second.
of Kevin Kirby.
Motion made and seconded. Martha?
Commissioner Bentley?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Commissioner Maderas?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Underhill?
Yes. And Stephen Furtado.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Martha?
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Commissioner Bentley?
Yes.
Commissioner Maderas?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Underhill?
Yes. Item C, retirement of employee. The recommended action is to approve disability retirement of Keith Vieira.
I'll make a motion, and I have a question. I'll make a motion to approve that. My question is, has this already gone through the retirement system? This is just a formality?
I'm not aware of that.
It is a formality.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's already gone through the retirement board. It's already been
It's been
approved through the medical process. That's all that. So we're not doing anything outside of the retirement.
No, I think you have do you have a letter?
Yeah, yeah. So this is just
Formality.
formality, all right.
Yeah.
So motion approved.
Second.
Second. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, the Executive Director Evaluation. Recommended action is to distribute to department heads for completion to be returned to the Executive Office Coordinator by February 29th of 2024.
I'll make a motion to distribute to department heads the executive director evaluation.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And any other business to come before the board tonight? Seeing none?
We got the final.
The final is, I'm sorry, I screwed up again. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the election of the chairperson for 2024 for the Board of Commissioners. Are there any motions on the table?
I'd like to nominate Stephen Long.
Motion made,
I'll second that.
motion made and seconded. Any discussion, any concerns? Martha, can you take a roll call, please?
Commissioner Maderos?
Yes.
Commissioner Bentley?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Underhill?
Yes,
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
congratulations,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Appreciate the confidence and I'm looking forward to serving this board.
Now, if there's anything else to come before the board, if not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.